Yeah,
Okay.
good evening, everybody.
Good evening, our fans from around the world. It's another episode in our series of Nigerian politics. And with me here tonight is Warif, Mustafa, and Saeed. You guys are welcome to the show.
Okay,
Thank
welcome
you.
everyone. This is our 10th episode together for the Nigerian show, and the third that we've had with Saeed, who's here. We want to give a special greeting to Saeed again. How's everything in Lagos Island, Saeed? Yeah.
Everything is fine. Good evening, everybody.
Good. I like your good. And very soon we're going to be talking on our cultural channel about some of the music that you do also. So you're very, very talented musician. So moving forward, do you want to give any plug to any of the music you do, or is anything you want to give a shout out to your work? Yeah.
Like you said, when time comes, we'll talk about
Yeah, we'll
it.
do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's jump in. So this is a special episode. You know, sometimes we talk about things of politics, but some things which are also related to politics. We want to talk about, to start off with, we're going to talk about Nigeria hiring Iguavan as a coach and the problems with corruption and administrative issues in Nigerian football. That's kind of related to politics in a way because it's still a governmental issue. Then we want to continue talking about the problem where they're not drilling oil in Port Harcourt or they're not refining oil and they still have not honored the agreement with Dangote for oil. So let's start off with football. Give us a brief about it, Afolabi, about what's going on with Aguavan and the Nigerian Football Federation.
Yeah, basically, he's been hired on an interim basis. I don't know why they decided not to go for the other white person that was supposed to be hired, but for one reason or the other, the NFF is very corrupt. They do deals with these coaches. Maybe they enter into some kind of agreement, and the guy was not, he was not down with that. So they ended up defaulting to Eguavon. I would have preferred Siasia really because his coaching ban.
Yeah, they might have kept Siasia in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, so but I'm not sure he was sounded out for that position. But Eguava is the coach now on an interim basis. They just need to settle that position as quickly as possible because we have World Cup qualifiers coming up. And we didn't start our previous qualifiers on a good note. So they need to settle that position. I don't think now they should be putting an interim person. They should rather look for a permanent coach, in my own opinion.
Yeah, and this is a very complex issue, but also African football is getting better, and the African teams didn't even have players. A lot of them don't have players who play in Europe. They played well in the African Nations Cup, and they're together. Teams like was it Mauritius or Mauritania?
Even South Africa.
South Africa, they play well, and Nigeria has the best talent in football, but we don't coordinate well, and we will lose on these pitches in Africa. We need to start getting serious, and I've said it before. We need to start focusing on building the root of our team through our domestic league, and then have a developmental program moving forward. What are your thoughts, Warif?
You see, this when I saw the report, the news yesterday, that the foreign guy pulled out of the deal. I said, "What is this again? What kind of rubbish is this?"
I'm sure, like Afolabi said, there's something going on,
and it's a national disgrace. Maybe to me, maybe one of the.
No, it's a disgrace. Let's tell the truth. It's a disgrace.
National disgrace. Yeah. Maybe somebody might have called him and told him, Nigerians will like Egunje, or let me say some Nigerians, they like Egunje. They might have called him. I wouldn't know. They might have told him that, guy, this is what you're going to do. You're going to.
And the Europeans don't do that.
Yes. Maybe the guy also
and here's why they don't do it. Here's why he won't do it. Because if he does Egunje, the team won't do well because he won't be doing his job. And then his name will look bad.
Yeah.
And after he gets fired from the Nigerian team, nobody will take him. So he's not going to do Egunje because you can't do Egunje when it comes to winning World Cup or winning African Nations Cup. You have to put in money and do the proper job. Then when you win, you can make more money. Then you can start shopping. Continue. Sorry.
Again, I'm just assuming, I'm just thinking, maybe they might have told him, this is what we are putting in paper, but this is what we are going to pay you. Very possible. It's part of corruption. And with this type of corruption, Nigeria, they cannot move forward. Everything, they are being paid heavily for it, but still, they still want to collect from other people's income. Right now, I saw something today on the social media. I don't know how true it is that they'll be going for Frank Lampard after the international break. I don't know how true it is.
To Nigeria.
But yes.
That'll be a good one. That's a good one, though.
Joke of the day. The day.
It was a joke.
Let's say it goes.
Yeah.
But it's a national disgrace.
I agree. What are your thoughts, Saeed? Yeah.
Yeah, concerning the Guavon story, you know Nigeria now, we always do wuru to the answer. Like we always unprepared. Yes, always unprepared,
Bacchiato,
always die
Fire
minute.
Brigade, Fire Brigade approach.
Yes, exactly. So I'm from the time coach that we are supposed to take. I'm reading now that NFF from their NFF Twitter page, they are saying because of the German tax law, that is more that is the reason why
Sorry.
the deal couldn't go through. But we all know, as you said, Mr. Warif, we all know that
Mustafa will say
probably
story.
there is a
Yeah, you said story too.
saboteur somewhere
Yeah.
waiting for court and all that. I wouldn't put past them because all our previous coach,
Corruption.
they've always complained about this. They've always complained about
Yeah.
this. So I'm so sure something because you can't. It's not the first German coach we are employing now. So how come this time around they
Why
are
is it a
saying
problem
tax?
now?
German taxes, German tax. That.
Maybe they want to seize Lufthansa airplane from Nigeria's.
But Egbavon doing miracle, I don't know. He's going to do one or two things, you know. All those, but and our boys they will want to qualify for the tournament, so they want to put in some work and.
Yeah, but
it's
here's
part
the
of
thing.
marketing themselves.
Yeah, but the problem now is that
with what's going on in Nigeria, the morale is not that high. So
yeah, we have other problems.
Yeah,
but here's the thing,
very, very
and it's becoming so frustrating because Nigerian players are now going to other countries, like the guy from Spain now that's in Spain. Then you've got guys, and it's very painful.
Funny thing, you wouldn't believe that it's through you is how I know that Iguavo is being employed. I'm not even
you
aware.
didn't even know.
You can even on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. Even on Twitter, it's not even trending. Like you
Nobody
can tell
cares.
how low the morale is. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares anymore. Like so
Nigeria, they begin to lose faith in the government.
What group? This is not a football show, but have they chosen the groups for the qualifying for World Cup? What does Nigeria have to play? They haven't done it yet.
They've started the group now for World Cup.
What group? Who's in their group?
I think South Africa, if I'm correct. South Africa.
This is not an easy group. It's not an easy group.
I think we are if I'm right, we're in third position, and it's not looking good for us.
Yeah. No. And it's going to get worse. And even Nigerian politics. So that's why we're talking about this, because there's a general problem with lack of planning and there's corruption. So look at Spain. Spain wins the Olympics. They win Women's World Cup, Men's European Championship, Women's Euro Cup. And they have a system of play. So now when they go to the World Cup, they know each other. We haven't been developing any system of play. There's so much chaos. Our best player, doesn't even have a team to play for now. He might be on the bench at Napoli. Our best striker, Osimhen. Maybe we need to start focusing on the other guy, Boniface. But my thing is that it's just disorder. The Nigerian thing is, and I keep saying we don't have midfielders, so we're not spending money. Not just money, we're not planning. So if there's going to be money going to NFF or to Nigerian Football Federation, if you pump money to it, then that money should be used for planning and everything. What do you think, Afolabi?
Yes, I agree with you. But I think the major problem is the NFA should be detached from government control. In any well-run football country, the NFF should be autonomous. And then,
because then they have to work by profit and then they have to win.
Yes. Yeah. It is then that private investors can invest in the NFF and they can now imbibe international best practices.
And bring the trainers and everything.
And bring the trainers
and
everything.
Sorry to cut in front of you. Just like when you see a team like Real Madrid, it's not just Ancelotti, it's the whole team of scientists, trainers, and everything. So Nigeria needs to spend money. A private organization will do that. Go ahead.
Exactly.
But the government guys will just chop money. Like, sorry to say this, like in Nigeria during the Olympics, 16 officials, 2 athletes.
They went for excursion. Tourist ministers.
You can imagine.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And I feel we should decide the way to go. What kind of football do we want to play? It is the kind of football we want to play.
So that means we need a technical advisor.
Exactly.
A technical advisor.
Exactly.
And I always say someone from Belgium or Holland or Germany.
Holland, yes.
Yeah. And then they will decide, then they will start to train the former Nigerian players into the system so that when the technical advisor will stay there, but then eventually the manager will work with the technical advisor. And then eventually, after some decades, we'll have our own technical advisors. That's the way we should do it. What do you think, Afalabi? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, and I also feel that the home-based system should be invested in. Look at our football infrastructure. Our stadiums are horrible. You can't go to those stadiums and watch matches. Look at South African stadiums.
It's part of corruption.
Their standard, they should take...
Right now, we only have one standard stadium that
You
is
can
FIFA standard. Just
Where
the
Abuja?
stadium. No,
when you bring
it should be
in,
two.
you can imagine.
Abuja is dead.
When you
The
bring
one
in a
that we
foreign
know, that's
coach,
the only stadium now that is
can you imagine?
FIFA qualified.
You can just imagine. Now, when you bring in the foreign coach, you expect that foreign coach to go and scout for home-based players. Where is he going to go?
And we have the talent. Let me tell you something.
Shape?
Let me tell you something. Nigeria has more talent than Brazil. We have talent, millions. Yeah. We can win. We can win. But the main thing is that we have to spend money, and not too much money. But if you're going to spend money on football, if there's an NFA, then at least if you're spending, the money should be spent to win. That's what I'm saying.
You see,
but
Mustafa,
like you said, but if you put it privately, if you make it private, you make it private, then those guys will work on profit. And the only way they can make profit is if Nigeria wins. That's it. And I'm so sure they'll put in the money. They'll invest.
And I'm sure there are private companies too that want to partner to develop those stadiums. But because of the corruption of the NFF, they will be unwilling to invest their money in it.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that. We're going to move on because we have limited time. But we're now going to focus on another problem of corruption. So Afolabi and Warif can speak to this. So Afolabi, tell us what's going on with Dangote and also with the Port Harcourt refinery. What's going on there? There's a big problem.
Yeah, basically the Dangote refinery is still at a standoff. The NNPC has still not started supplying crude oil to Dangote at the required quantity. Now, the government, through the president, has mandated NNPC to supply crude to them, but that the purchase should be done in local currency in order to strengthen Naira. So we expect that from first week in September, Dangote will start refining crude oil to give us petrol. And then the scarcity that is causing queues, it's become very, very bad in Nigeria now. Almost every week there are queues at filling stations. So they're expecting that once Dangote starts to supply the market with petrol, the incessant queues will reduce. And then another sore point is the pricing. Dangote is a businessman. He must price it in such a way that he doesn't make a loss and it's affordable to the people in Nigeria. So it's a delicate juggling act, which is costing.
Yeah, he has to make profit. But and part of the problem with the pricing is that Nigeria doesn't have a full running economy where people make enough money to afford the real price of petroleum products. Exactly. That's a big problem. So that goes beyond Dangote. It goes beyond a lack of infrastructure, a lack of industries and things in Nigeria. And we continue to have to pay off these IMF loans and things. So there's only so much Dangote can do because he has to make a profit and the condition of the country. So this is where you have a central bank. They need to pump in money and give him loans and make sure that it's used for, and they need to have a developmental bank. If the central bank in Nigeria gives loans to private individuals to do these businesses and holds them accountable, the Nigerian economy will rise, and then the salaries of the average Nigerian will rise, and then they can meet the real cost of the product. Yeah. That's what we need to do. What are your thoughts, Saeed? Then we'll go to Warif.
Yeah.
I have to remember 13 different names. Our show is growing. We have so many people.
Yeah, on the Dangote issue, Mr. Falabi have already said it all. Like, we are waiting for we all are waiting. You know, you are not in Nigeria now. He already said it. We are going through this scarcity, as in first scarcity, week in, week out. And it has been going on for the past 3 weeks now. As in
how much is fuel in Lagos?
Guess how much? I bought fuel this evening because I was preparing to go out tomorrow morning. So I was thinking, okay, because of the fuel scarcity, I went to one private fueling station. Guess how much I bought fuel? 930 naira per liter.
It's cheaper now. In Port Harcourt is 970. In Port Harcourt 970.
This one is not ahead. It's something that I paid with my money. I bought it like
Okay.
3 or 4 hours ago.
So hey, let me interrupt you.
930
Sorry, let me interrupt.
naira.
Let me interrupt you. So not only the price of petrol in Nigeria, it's that people can't afford it. In the U.S., petrol is almost $4 a liter. $4 is how much in naira? That's like 4,000, 5,000 naira. But Americans can
Yeah.
afford it because our economy is good
Yeah,
and
economy,
everybody's
yeah.
making money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
What's the
continue. Sorry,
GDP?
continue. Yeah.
The GDP to everybody. You know that's one of the propaganda that all these this government minions
Yes,
they
that's what they'll
normally
be
use.
saying,
They'll
that
say
Nigerian price is
in
the
America,
lowest.
$4. You understand?
But
What
they will
about
not, they will not
But
look at the economy.
what about their own
the
minimum
average
wage and
the
our
average
own minimum wage?
American makes $30 an hour. So for
Can
them,
you
it's no
imagine?
You
problem.
can imagine.
Yeah.
And
So
the
you have to look
$30
at
you
it
just said now
in
is
relation to the economy. Yeah.
approximately our own minimum wage here.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? So
Yes.
what are we now saying? So everybody, let me go back to the Dangote issue. Let me not lie to you. We are waiting for him, and we are hoping that whatsoever he said he's going to do concerning delivery, he's going to make up for it. But there will still going to be a lot of sabotage for him because this.
That's what I wanted to
Yeah,
say. If
yeah,
you will
because
not be
the government people
frustrated.
want to control.
It is
Government
not
people
going
want
to
to
be.
control
It is not
the
going to be
revenue
as
from,
easy as it is written in the paper and
and
online.
also
It is not
it's
going to
not
be
written in
that
the
easy.
paper. It's not written in the paper, but I promise you that he still has to give kickback to government, and that's part of his operation costs.
That one by the side, it is still going to happen.
And
Now,
that's operation
imagine now.
costs.
So,
And you
they're
see,
now telling me, are they now trying to tell us that the Kaduna and Warri
Port Harcourt.
refinery are telling us that they don't know that they are supposed to privatize this thing? Oh, what about the money they have been paying? Is there going to be probe on it? As in, we can't just say all of a sudden, just okay, we want to privatize, we want to sell it to these private people that they are even talking about. You will see that it is still, if you check the background of the company that is still going to submit bids for it,
They were
it is
among
still
one of
part
them.
of them.
Them.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
this corruption is too
Of course.
much. The corruption is too much. The corruption is too
Is it
much.
me and you that we have that kind of money or connection that we want to go and buy a refinery? It is still there. You understand? So at the end of the day,
Maybe because petrol is too expensive. Dangote will now create buses to drive everybody in Lagos because you can't have your own car.
even Dangote price is not
Public
going to come down.
transportation.
At least
Public transportation.
the minimum Dangote is going to be selling his fuel. I don't think it's going to go lower than 500 naira.
500, yeah.
And it's still high.
No, you're telling the truth because that's
Yes,
economics. It's
still going to be
economics.
very
He'll
high
make a
for
loss.
Lagos.
He'll make a loss if he sells less than that. He'll make a loss. So
Yes.
that's why I said Nigeria has an economic problem that needs to be addressed beyond Dangote.
So 500 naira per liter is still high. 500 naira per liter is still high in Nigeria.
It's still high. It's still
What
high,
are we
yeah.
talking about?
So we're gonna move on very quickly. One last thought from Warif. So what's going on? Is the Port Harcourt refinery, is that related to Dangote? What's the issue that's going on in Port Harcourt? Either you or I think Afolabi was telling me about it.
From the news, from what I've been seeing on some national television, they said from September. But we've been hearing of all this trash since December. Last time they said
they call
December
it posting. They're posting you, posting everybody.
all while you fake. Last time they said December 2023. Now this is almost August.
Don't worry, they'll say Merry Christmas. Christmas will come. Merry Christmas and Christmas.
One guy said until he sees trucks coming out of the refinery in Port Harcourt, he will never believe anybody.
Yeah, don't believe that rubbish.
These government people, they are not taking us serious.
Same here. Who is going to believe? You know how many years of lies?
Yeah.
It's the same lies.
If the refineries are working, it will affect this cabal, their business, importing fuel. Because to me, we have the manpower, we have the crude oil, we even have people. There's what they call fire.
No, we have human resources. We have brains. We have brains,
yes.
Man.
Okay, now sometimes in the news you might see that they will tell you that they destroy some illegal refineries. Why not give those people the license? These guys, they give so that people can go into the business. Let it not just be one person, and let it be competitive, so that you see the price of this fuel will drop. But because the cabal, they are evil, The cabals, they are evil and they are wicked. They don't want to do it. Every day they keep
and also because of division in Nigeria, tribal division, and everybody wants, I like Tinubu, or I like this. The people, I think the problem is the people. We need to come together. All of these protests, it doesn't mean anything. We need to come together and go on strike until the government calms down.
Total shutdown.
Until they calm down. Yeah.
I know, by the time they do total shutdown, the masses will suffer.
Yeah, strike is inevitable because the way things have not changed from the last bad governance protest and
it's the same thing
right now. It's still
even the minimum wage, they've not even started implementing it. All those ones are just trash.
Story, like you said, story.
Story for the gods. Or all those ones are voicemail.
Now. Oh my brother.
All right, guys.
I'm just man. I'm tired.
So thank you guys. Very brilliant show, man. And you won't believe that when we plan these shows, we just flow. We have a great team. Warif and Port Harcourt.
You know what I just remembered? That the great fella Baba 70 will always say suffering and smiling.
Suffering and smiling. Yeah. I look and I smile.
That's
what we're doing. Yeah. but at some point, we have to take this thing seriously. We don't want violence, but we have to shut things down until we get what we want. Same thing. This thing that's going on between Israel and Palestine, I'm not going to say who's right or wrong, but the whole world needs to shut down until they solve that problem and have a ceasefire. I'm not taking sides. Exactly. So it's the same thing. It's up to us.
That's why we are looking up to Trump to win. If Trump wins, he's going to sort it out.
He'll sort it because he's a man of action. I agree with you.
Democrats, they're just playing politics with him. They are just playing politics
with human life.
With human life.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's why I always wear my makeup. I wear my Trump hat, MAGA.
Make America great again.
Make the world peaceful again. Make Nigeria great again too. So, I agree with you. Trump is a man of action, and we need politicians. Trust me, I don't think Trump. Trump. He's sort of like MKO Abiola. He's a man of action. It doesn't mean he's a good person, but at least he takes actions. A lot of these other guys, they don't take actions. They just keep on doing dribbling like Maradona.
Effective. Very, very effective.
Yeah, they're like Maradona. Yeah. So, but the thing is that I don't agree with Trump or some of his policies. If he says he's going to policy, he'll pass it. The Democrats, when they tell you they're a policy, they're doing in September we'll do it. We'll release the oil. Then there's December. And then by the time 4 years, they'll vote for you again. They said, if you don't vote for us, you won't get it. Then you keep voting for them. So that's what's going on.
Modern slavery.
But the people need to realize that it's no longer true. And we need to stand up peacefully. And because Nigeria is supposed to be one of the greatest countries in always Nigeria, Russia, China, Brazil, and Nigeria, Russia, China, Brazil, and America. These should be the greatest countries on earth. Nigeria should be amongst the giants. We should be amongst the giants.
Yeah, top 5 we should be. Going by our population.
It's just bad leaders.
Population, mind, and resources. Also South Africa. Let me not forget South Africa too. But the problem is South Africa has a different problem. Apartheid messed up South Africa. Yeah. So I'll add South Africa to that. And also India. And India too, yeah. South Africa is having problems. They don't have the ambition or something. I don't know what's going on there, man. Apartheid messed up that country. It messed up the country. Sorry to my friends from South Africa. I'm not trying to yap South Africa. We love South Africa. We love Nigeria. We even love USA and China and Russia. We love the world.
South Africa, the rainbow nation.
Yes.
Yeah. And also South Africa has resources. But apartheid, because of the apartheid, they don't have skilled labor. Because the blacks were held down for a long time. So the skilled labor is an issue. And that's why they have to bring in people from all over the world. But so South Africa needs to... Yeah.
Personally, I don't think that's just by the side of what's going on there. It's just like something similar happening in Nigeria here. They are leaders. Each leader...
There's corruption.
Apart from Mandela. Corruption. Exactly. So we are saying apartheid. Ever since Mandela became their president, from one black president to another black president. So are you now telling me that you don't know the problem of your own skin color?
It's corruption. Man? It's corruption.
Corruption is true.
And it's over like almost 15 to 20 years now. So you are telling me you can't find solutions to their problems, or you don't know what they are going through. So,
and all their politicians are corrupt because this Julius Malema, I'm going to end soon, but Julius Malema said Julius Malema said we take the land and give it to the black people. Julius Malema stole money from black people from the bank loans. So it shows you it's just corruption. It's just corruption. That's it.
It's
Okay,
just
take us out.
Corruption everywhere.
Thank you guys. Our show was good. I'm gonna give us a 9.8 out of 10 for today. Our shows keep getting better actually. So we want to say thank you to all of you. Afolabi, take us out. Yeah.
Okay, we just want to say we love our country, Nigeria, and we hope things get better and that all the multidimensional poverty in Nigeria goes down and people start living a decent life. And it's on that note that we round up our show for this evening. From me, Mustafa, Said, and Warif, it's good night.
Good night. Also, quickly, Afolabi and Warif, good haircuts. End of the month haircuts.
Age declaration. Age declaration.
That's why I'm wearing this one, so you can see that I still haven't cut my hair. All right, guys, thank you. Love you very much. We'll see you soon.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, bye.